you are also employees, how are you evaluated or assessed?
Ty, you want to speak on that one? As the manager?
Um, so it's definitely different than a normal performing job because we also have safety duties, and that does go into, we get an appraisal at the end, and it's about our work as dancers, our work as performers, our work as vocalists. But then there is a section of our like grade, if you say, that is based on how well we do our safety duties, because that's a huge thing. Is like we all go to trainings a lot, we do drill every other cruise or so. So it is a big aspect, and like you're judged on like how well you like take care of your costumes and stuff. So it's a lot more than just dancing on the stage.
And I can add, when you ask how the working preparation for the dancers and our entertainment team, as a part of Siemens, we need to do our safety training drills, also medical preparation, like a medical examination. Also all the documents, for example, me, I'm from Ukraine, I need to do the visa, C1D visa, B1, B2 visa, and it's all big preparation before rehearsal. And after we come to United States and have amazing time in the cast.
Yeah, there's a lot to prepare. There's a lot to be evaluated on as an employee as well.
I think it's like pretty much any job, really. You're assessed on consistency and development. And that goes across the board, doesn't matter what job you do. We have the same in this job as well. You know what I mean? So part of our maintenance is to keep it consistent and also develop as an artist, as a performer yourself. And I think that goes with any job, right? Yeah, so it's the same for us.
Yeah. Got a question up in the back there.
Yes, in a typical year, how much time do you actually spend at sea? Is this a full-time job for you, or?
Yes. For most of us, it is a full-time job. Our contracts are typically 6 months on and about 1 to 2 months off. If you're consistent, again, you can choose if you need more time off, because it is a hard gig being away from home and land for so long. But so normally you do about 2 contracts per year. You can work usually about 8 to 10 months a year if you're consistent on the sea.
Got a question here with Prince in the center.
What made you decide to do a show on a cruise ship instead of like on shore or something? What was your idea to do it?
I really wanted to travel, and I figured I might as well do it and perform and get to travel at the same time instead of like saving all my money working on land. So I can hopefully travel one day. This has been a really great way to see like a lot of the world. Like I've gone places I never thought. Like we went to Australia and New Zealand on the Crown, and like being from the United States, it's a long flight, a really expensive flight. So it's really cool. Now I have friends that live there and stuff. So just a great way to like experience a lot of the world.
Yeah. We've got another question here in the front. Maybe if you just shout it out. So the question is, what happens if someone gets transferred in the middle of a cruise?
Well, kind of funny that you pointed at me. But because I'm going to explain to you why it's funny that you pointed at me. Because typically, getting transferred is not something that would happen. But there are things that happen where people have medical emergencies or family emergencies at home, or a reason that they need to leave. And what happens is they then fly in a replacement to join the cast and take their place. The reason it's funny to point at me is because I have been with this cast for about 3 weeks now. The rest of them have been together for about 18 months, and I'm new. But what we do is we then have some rehearsal processes where we put me into the shows, and when we move on, life is normal.
Yeah, I have some small story. I have a medical surgery, and I was in New Zealand, and the company disembarked me for the make surgery. I stay in the hospital for 1 week, and after have 1 month flight to Europe and have 1 month's recovery. But in the same time, for the next, I guess, week on the ship, they find a new boy for the replacement, and I come back, replace him after 1 month after my recovery.
Usually they find somebody who's done the shows before that can step straight in. So they wouldn't pick anybody new that's never done the show before. Usually they have such a catalogue of artists that have worked for the company. Like Lauren has done this ship particularly. How many times? 3 times?
This is my 4th time.
This is the 4th time. So she's already done this part before. So she fitted in seamlessly. She knew exactly what she was going to do when she got on board. All she had to do was fit in with us. And she did that great job anyway.
The same for Diego, Natalia, and Igor. At some point, all in the Emerald, they joined us. Because sometimes ship life is not for you, and you decide to leave after the first contract or second. So we've just gone through the same process with them. But I just want to point out in other departments as well, it's also stated in our contracts that you are able, like there is a chance that you can be transshipped to a different ship. And that's not up to you. So if they need someone to go elsewhere, if we need audio elsewhere, then the company can make that decision and yeah, you'll move to another ship.
We've got time for just a couple more questions. We've got one here in the front.
So I'm a dancer. You mentioned being versatile. What is your training?